is the wheel of
That wacky
introduction.
wheel.
We are going to spin it. Whoever it lands on has to do the
Spin that
intro.
wacky wheel. I hope it's me because I have a whole
Spin
bit
that
planned.
wheel.
I have a whole bit.
John, you can do the wheel don't lie. Let me see the confetti.
The wheel don't
there we
lie.
go. All right. Why don't you start us
I
off there,
just-
Johnny? What's your camera?
Okay.
There we go.
Forgive
yeah.
my awful connection, but yeah, forgive my
A
awful
sweet
connection,
background, though. I love your background. Both
Thank you.
you
Thank
guys
you.
all have nice
I try.
backgrounds.
I try.
This is my only saving grace.
Let the
Biomes
intro
is sick.
happen, Dan.
Biomes is
Let the
sick,
intro
so-
happen. The wheel has been spun.
Okay, all right.
The wheel will get angry.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to All New Nerds once again. This is like episode, I think 22, if I remember correctly, of our podcast. And we have some special guests, of course, on. We have Dan and Chris from Broaxium. Thank you guys so much for coming on.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having us, man.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it. Oh, I think I cut out a little bit, but thank you. Yeah.
You're fine.
And
you're
you can
fine.
follow them. We'll have all their links in the description and stuff, but definitely go check them out.
Watch this
yeah.
audience.
Take it away. If you guys want to introduce yourself.
Hold on. Watch
we'll,
this
get
audience.
started.
I had a whole bit planned. I was gonna do a look. We got coaxium with broaxium, and then we got the
Oh,
we got the looking in thing. I was so ready. I had a whole bit.
That
And I-
shadow of Chewbacca looks like he's a Muppet or something.
Yeah, it's great. I
looks
love
sick.
every time I see you guys like a notification pop up on YouTube. I hear this moment in Alden's voice of
I love it.
coaxium, but it's
Oh,
broaxium.
yeah.
Quick.
I used to
I love
use
it.
that for
love
like,
it.
You could have gave
I
that
use
to me.
that
I
for
would have
segue
done it.
videos.
I would've done
Yeah,
it for
well,
you.
I didn't.
Hey, the wheel
You
doesn't
can't
lie.
give-
Yeah, the
You
wheel
can't
doesn't
give
lie.
away
I
the
can't
wheel.
give away. I
Levi.
can't give away that. It's like sometimes you get surprises as the viewer. I'm just
Exactly.
giving them a little hint.
Right.
I'm ready, viewers. I
Oh yeah, no, Levi's prepared for this. He is so excited to have some Philly boys on.
Well, also
Because-
this-
Yeah.
Last time we had Boston
This is
Boston people
turd.
on, they Levi had no idea what we were talking about. So
yeah, cheesesteaks, guys. Cheesesteaks. They're delicious.
Oh yeah, that's right. The
Wawa.
cheesesteaks.
Oh, you guys have
Yeah,
Wawa.
yeah.
Wawa's
we don't have
good.
Wawa.
Oh, do you not? Yeah, Wawa.
I love when
Oh,
people
that's
start
right,
talking
yeah.
about the area because it's like, oh man, it's like we do have some, I guess, specific things around here that aren't around the
You ever been
rest of the
you ever been a
United
fat
States.
salmon sushi? Nice.
No.
Good sushi. It's
Ooh,
just
I've
it's,
not.
it's
All I can think of is the cheesesteaks. Like, what else is Philly known for? And I don't mean to be
Pretzels.
mean.
Oh
I
well,
don't
you
mean to
know
be
what? The
mean.
cheesesteaks are like. I hate that they
Whiz wit.
severely
Didn't you say whiz wit or
overshadow the roast pork sandwiches that are available here
Mm.
in Pennsylvania, the East Coast. The roast pork sandwiches with broccoli rabe and provolone cheese are a staple
Ooh.
in this area. Chris,
Wow.
can you confirm?
No, I don't eat that.
Okay.
What the
Nice.
Cheesesteaks.
Chris, what the heck? Cheesesteaks are
Cheesesteaks.
definitely a thing,
Yeah.
but listen,
Yeah,
if,
there's that. There's the like
if you know
soft pretzels.
foodies,
Yeah.
I
soft
miss
pretzels,
I miss like street food, just like
roast
food
pork
carts.
sandwich with broccoli rabe. Go to Nick's. It's at I'm giving them a whole commercial.
Yeah, wow.
Best,
Start the show with
best
that.
Not
best roast pork
sponsored.
you can get is
No,
at the
actually,
Reading
it's
Terminal Market.
Oh,
Nick's roast pork.
terminal.
Broccoli rabe,
So much
sharp
good food there.
provolone. Guys, I'm telling you
Oh,
right
sick.
now.
Wait,
your
is
heart
that
will
what?
melt.
Is that what? Did you have that when we went to Reading Terminal after the con that one time?
Yeah, that's what I got. I got the
That's
roast
what you
pork. Everybody
Okay.
goes for the cheesesteak when they're not from here.
I did.
But the roast pork, I'm telling you guys.
I have a question about the cheesesteak. If you don't say
Right off the
whiz
bat,
wit,
we're in-
do they like shoot you or something? Or
One
what?
more
Because
time?
don't you have to say whiz wit or something?
No,
for the
look,
no,
just
no, no.
don't
That's
Or
go-
is
just
that a lie?
that's just
Or is
an
that-
option.
Okay.
There's all right. There's two places you don't want to go. Like it's where all the tourists go.
Pat's
Right.
or Geno's.
Pat's and Geno's. They both suck.
Okay,
Hmm.
they're
I
the
know these
tourist trap.
things. Look at me.
These are the tourist
Look at
parts.
me,
These
I
are the
know.
tourist ones.
Because I almost had a layover
Yeah.
in Philly, and my friend was like, "We're gonna get cheesesteak, but we have to say whiz wit. Like they'll get real
You
mad."
don't- No, you don't.
And I was like,
That's
okay.
not a thing.
Whiz
That is not a
wit.
thing. I
What
mean,
did you
yeah,
say? They're gonna shoot
same
you?
whiz wit.
Did you say they're gonna
Nah.
shoot you if you don't say that?
I was being
Not
dramatic, but I
say
don't know.
it.
I've never been to Philly.
Yeah, we're not. We're not
Philly's
that trigger
crazy.
happy.
Yeah,
We're not that trigger happy.
they might
But,
throw a snowball at you. Or
Yeah,
something.
maybe. Yeah. Throw some
Or a
batteries at
battery.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 But
that
I mean,
could-
like, you know,
maybe,
you ask
maybe.
anyone in Philly, where's the best cheesesteak place, you're gonna get like 3 different answers from each person, and that may cause a fight between those people who are trying to suggest a place to you.
Yeah, I was always partial just to like small places like that. Convenience stores that have they have a really good person who puts together like a mean sandwich, just like small places, just in like random corners. That's what I was going to do. But we went deep into the cheesesteak real
Yeah.
fast. So
The
let's
cheesesteak
Yeah,
was
that was a
So
good.
let's ask
little
us.
rabbit hole we went down there
So
for a
this is an
second.
interview, right? Let's ask a Star Wars question. Let's ask a relevant question
it.
for the audience.
Are
So
there
what-
cheesesteaks in the galaxy?
Are
far,
there
far away?
cheesesteak? Well, I mean, I think
Ronto
I hope
wraps,
so. That'd be sick.
apparently.
I think
Star Wars.
Boss
should be.
Boss
Galaxy's
seems like a
Edge?
cheesesteak
Are you
guy.
listening?
I feel like it would be shaved. A
Is
shaved
Ronto
Nerf.
wraps
It would be a
good?
Nerf
Yeah.
steak. It would be a
Yeah.
Nerf steak.
Yeah, I guess.
Or I mean
that's
a
fair.
cheese Nerf. Because
Yeah,
Nerf is
Nerf.
like space cow.
You think?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
think?
you're
You think?
right.
You think Dengar's a cheesesteak guy?
Oh yeah.
Dengar. Why did you
Definitely.
say Dengar? But I
No,
guess.
Dengar
Just
Yeah,
random.
just
This
gonna
is a
put
random.
that-
This is a
Mm.
random pull.
That was a
Dengar-
random
He's
pull.
a finger.
Yeah.
We
food
all
kind of
know
person,
that
probably.
Boba Fett is a fried chicken guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Loves chicken.
Yeah, he's a chicken
Yeah,
guy.
I just thought about the like Blue Harvest, like when I think wasn't Boba the chicken
The chicken. Yeah.
Yo, Blue Panther milk. Yeah, Blue Panther milk.
Yeah.
Co.
from Family
Yeah,
Guy.
yeah. Oh,
Well,
Yeah.
in that,
Holy
in that
crap!
too,
The
it's in
chicken is Boba Fett.
both. Yeah. Whoa, Peter
That's pretty
Griffin
good.
here.
Whoa.
We have
Yeah,
Special
right?
guest Peter Griffin.
Han
Yeah.
Solo, captain of the Millennium Falcon.
Hey.
But,
Okay.
hey. Well, anyway, double anyway. So usually we like to ask like what inspires you guys to start making content? As you said, I'm not sure if it was in the interview before. It was about 3 years ago now, I believe you guys started,
Mhm.
2018.
Yeah.
So what spurred that? What made you want to get into it?
Dan.
All right. So this, like I said
gotta know.
in the pre-show, I used to do content for. I'm not going to name the channel. They don't really exist anymore, and it's kind of a toxic environment. So I left, and I love doing this stuff. I love being able to get on the microphone, talk about Star Wars. At first, it was just all audio podcast stuff, and now things have moved along where video is a thing now. So, but anyway, I knew Chris. We were both admins. We still are both admins for a Facebook group called the Alliance of Star Wars Fanatics. So I realized that Chris was from the area. He kept posting all this comic book. Like he would post the cover a day before, right?
Yeah, I would. Because I work for a comic shop in Philly called Atomic City Comics, and I would put out these spoiler-free impressions of Star Wars comics the day before they came out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's,
and
that's
and me personally, I was like totally like the one thing that I loved about the new content that we were given since the Disney acquisition was all of this like connected tissue, how these comic books were fleshing out what was happening between the movies. It was awesome. I mean, we were getting real like organized storytelling that
I know that
made
Dan
sense.
is a fellow member of the Kanan support group.
Well, that's not good. I mean,
So you can.
these are always with me.
If you're getting
I
pulls of them.
remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
Oh, whoa!
Dang.
I remember.
Levi-
Anyway,
Levi
so-
had me read the Kanan comic after the Bad Batch episodes, so
To
I
make him
read it-
mad.
I read
I'm
it
glad
afterwards.
you did.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
You know what? Good.
I was like, read it.
That's
You'll
a
read
good
it and you'll
thing
like
that-
it.
It's a good thing
And I
that came
did,
out of
and
all
I did
that.
like it.
Why
I
you
get the
guys
pain.
getting
I
him
totally
started?
understand
Yeah,
the
we
frustration.
We don't need to get down the rabbit hole, but you know what? The best thing that came out of that is that people went and read that comic book and got to
Yeah.
decide for
We can, though.
themselves
We
what
can.
what story they wanted to attach their canon to, because now
Yeah.
they give you options.
They're
But,
canon.
but when I was into these
Lucia
comic books,
Batista.
yo,
What is that?
That's-
You know?
yeah, we'll get there.
We'll dive in.
We'll get there.
Them
We'll
hanging
get there.
out
I'm
together
sorry. I'm
with,
sorry.
with
I'm
the
getting
Wrangler,
excited. I'm
with the
excited.
Wrangler from
With
Aftermath.
Malakili?
What was his name? He was in
Malakili.
Yeah, okay.
Malakili, yeah.
He has his own
Levi's
little
favorite
segment
character.
in the Aftermath novels.
True. Yeah.
But- Yeah, so we were admins in this group, and Chris was doing that stuff, and I was all about the comic books, and I wanted to do something comic book focused, and I hit him up. We really didn't get back together for a year, personal reasons, but once we did, I came down to the shop, we talked it out, and Broaxium was born. I was on my way home. We were trying to think of a name. It was hilarious, because we knew what we wanted to do. We were going to do videos. We were going to do comic previews, reviews, something. And so I'm on my way home, and Chris calls me, and he's like, "Yo, Broaxium."
No.
All right, go ahead.
It was the we were messaging on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
okay. You didn't call me. You messaged me, Broaxium.
Yeah, and I was just trying to think of something like, yeah, if it's the two of us doing something like, it's two bros doing something like, all right, let me take bro. Let me see if I can find something in Star Wars that will match that. And I was like,
I damn near crashed my car on I-95 when that happened. It was hilarious.
racking my brain trying to find some kind of a name and whatnot. And then, because Solo had just came out.
Yes.
And
this was right around Solo. Yep.
So I'm like, let me see, can we find something and make
So
something off of that? And then I was like, then I kept thinking of old kind of sounding words in the Star Wars universe. And then I was like, coaxium. And I went, and I didn't even say it. I just typed it out and sent it to him. And
I was
like, that's it.
You couldn't convince me for any other name for our project that we wanted to get going. You couldn't convince me otherwise that this was not the perfect.
That is a
It's a
dope
sick
ass
name.
name. So
It is the best.
you should take pride in that.
And we wanted to like make sure that like the bro prefix or anything wasn't taken out of, I guess, context or whatever. You know, we didn't want to make it feel like it was some exclusive, like,
Gender
just boys.
exclusive.
Yeah,
Bros only.
like we wanted bro to be like, a
Universal.
bonding thing between everybody, like we're all bros, like this is it. You like Broaxium, you like what we're doing, you like Star Wars, you're a bro. I mean,
It's an only bro zone.
Bro, yeah.
yeah, we call V, our one bro host. She's a girl. She's a bro host. We've got Raven, who's on the show now. Our Shooting the Poodoo show. She's a bro host. We're all bro hosts. We're all
That's
bros.
Yeah, great names. The
Yeah,
whole sequence of titles is always so fun.
We wanted to make it.
I love it.
everybody.
I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
so
great.
That's how Broaxium was born. Now 3 years later, we've
Still
got a
grinding.
couple of different things we're doing, and it's been great. But the one thing that we
Love
started
it.
off was the quick shots.
So now, before
Sweet.
we ask any more questions, I do want to say that I am nervous that our viewers might just be watching Mandalorian in the background of you, Dan. So
Always a little something.
Mando's just playing. I don't know if you want to like change it to biomes again or.
Yeah, we could do that.
I
know it happens.
I've just been like, yeah.
I would be shocked if we got claimed. I would be
Yeah,
shocked.
No, it's just funny to me
That's
Yeah.
that we're talking
mean-
about it. This is Mando.
I always
I would
always
be
have like a
shocked.
movie or something going on in the background.
Yeah.
Just like,
No, I get it.
just
And
a-
so you don't get
No.
you don't get
I,
claimed?
quite frankly, I thought so. But
I
was
will
like,
be shocked.
You
if
made
we
me
get
nervous.
claimed.
If
Yeah.
Alex is talking about it, I was like,
oh, you won't. Don't
okay.
worry.
Put
My
it
big
on.
head-
Put it back on.
I'm not
My
worried.
big
I
head
am not
flies
worried.
all over the place.
Hey, put it back on.
All right.
Put it back
Oh.
on. Yeah.
All good. It's all good.
Oh, you know what? We're just gonna go to Clone Wars. That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
Random.
Hell yeah. Anyway, do you guys actually? I was gonna ask you another question, but do you guys want to talk about some of like your shows that you do on the channel, like a little
Sure.
bit, and just talk about it a little bit, break it down?
Yeah. We our first show, Quick Shot, which is it's us previewing the week's Star Wars comics, and our goal is to get people hyped to go out and get these comics because it's a medium that we want to have. We want this medium to continue, so we want to help people to, see these awesome stories that are in the comics because to me, they are, or to us, they are the connective tissue as far as storytelling goes. Even though sometimes, canon comics, it's a little fast and loose there. I know, Dan. I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like to me, it's a very important storytelling aspect. So I'm all about, so that's our thing with this Quick Shot is we just want to get people hyped to get the books. Shooting the Poodoo is it's gone through a whole bunch of changes. That one.
Yeah.
Right now it's a bunch of Star Wars people who talk about everything under the sun.
Yeah. All the nerd stuff.
And we'll talk about Star Wars as well. But like last week we just did a Star Trek episode.
Sounds like a bunch of all new nerds.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. I mean, that's
Yeah.
look.
What?
There's so much Star Wars content out there,
Yeah.
but we all have to admit that we love it all. Like, it comes down to it. Like, I always hated the Star Trek Star Wars battle. Like
I love
where
both.
like why do you have to choose? Why do you have to choose between two?
Yeah.
I like Stargate.
Hmm.
Put Star in front of
Stargate.
it, and you got
Honestly,
me on.
Stargate. Sometimes I'm like, that could be my favorite. I don't know. I love that.
Battlestar Galactica.
Also good.
That is
Also
yeah.
good.
Right.
So
I
good.
love
Yeah,
Stargate.
love
so
BSG.
much.
Yeah.
Stargate Universe was probably one of my favorite shows. I was so upset that it only went two seasons because it was so good, and I was like, "Why did you stop?" But yeah, you know, I love it all, man, and
with
it's
Kurt
great that we
Russell, I
talk
just
about
love
it all.
so much.
Yeah, and
It's just
look
so
at
much fun.
the nerd culture has blown up so much now that
Oh yeah,
it's cool to be a nerd anymore.
it's cool.
you know?
Yeah, it's cool
Oh,
to be a
yeah.
nerd now.
Oh yeah, the nerds
Everybody's-
one is my favorite term.
Nerds want.
They
Yeah.
have
All of the
won.
nerds'
Sure.
blood, sweat, and tears from the years of swirlies and everything else have now paid off. You are
One of these
you are
days,
amongst the giants.
one of
I'm
these
just
days, we need a Starbuck Pokemon
Yes.
crossover.
Yeah,
see,
Mm.
see if those two meet. See what happens then.
Mm.
Are you a big BSG fan, Johnny?
Oh what?
Never mind.
No, I didn't hear. I didn't hear you said
BSG, Battlestar Galactica.
Not really. No. No.
Shame.
Not really. Truthfully, I'll be honest. No. Not really.
a
It's
great
total-
show, a great new sci-fi show that you guys should check out is The Expanse.
The Expanse. Yeah,
Great
Mm.
show. Great show.
it's on my list. I know this is just
The
total.
Expanse.
It's totally off because I want to go back to Chris's point about comics. I want to dive into that. But are you a fan of the ending of Battlestar Galactica? I watched it more recently. I didn't watch it like live, and I liked it. But I was talking to people who had seen it, and they were like not into it. It's like, oh,
The that's right. They pretty much. That's right. Yeah, they landed on Earth.
on Earth.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they pretty much started society. They want. The journey was fantastic.
Yeah.
Says it all.
Yeah.
Journey was fantastic.
Yes.
It's tough for when a show ends that you're so attached to because you kind
Do
of
you
start
recommend
to
it,
build
though?
your
Yes.
own.
Oh yeah.
Oh, definitely,
Okay.
definitely watch
Okay.
Battlestar Galactica. Form
Absolutely.
your own opinion. Don't listen
Yeah.
to anybody else but yourself
And
when
Caprica
it
was
comes to
awesome
that
too.
stuff.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
spin-off series was
Yeah.
dope. I wish they would have continued that.
Yeah, I loved the whole philosophy of the 12 planets. They used Taurus and Capricorn, all these zodiac signs and whatnot. I thought that was all so cool. I loved the new Battlestar Galactica, how they started to get into more of they were humanizing the
Silence.
Cylon.
the Cylons and stuff, and it was a really good story. I mean, a lot of it was awesome. It was just, an ending is, how you see fit. If you like it, you like it. You don't like it, that's up to you. But the journey, like Chris said, is
Yes.
great.
I just love I fell in love with like
Cool.
the
Cool.
almost just like esoteric all along the Watchtower like plot line. That was just like it removed itself from any sort of. It was like sort of like a lost ending. Where it's just like it's a
Yeah.
thematic thing. And I was like, yeah, I feel you. Arnold, do more. But anyway,
It's like watching Lost, the show Lost. Not everybody really enjoyed that ending, but a lot of the episodes, they were so good. Except when the writers,
Yeah.
except when the writers.
Game of
strike
Thrones,
happened.
I guess, is another example too.
no, that's a different example.
Well, no.
I would separate those two.
Game of
Okay.
Thrones is tough.
I think that's
because
different.
Those books, you couldn't make a proper. Like they did really
It's
well
not even
for
done.
what they had. They
Right.
they
The
did
ending
pretty
though,
good
it's
for
just-
what they
oh,
had.
man.
Yeah.
I
so
don't
many
want this to turn
characters.
into Game of Thrones.
The
talk,
Game of
but-
Thrones.
I thought the ending
Yeah,
was a bad one.
But wait, I know, yeah, but not. That's a whole. I think.
Yeah, but
Johnny, your poor internet. I want to dive
I'm
into.
sorry.
Chris was talking about
Buy
the
me a
medium
new
of
router.
the medium of comics, and as viewers will know, and as Broaxium will find out, I've read every single canon comic. I've almost read every single Legends comic. Huge comic guy, but that didn't happen until recently, and actually right around when you started your channel, about 2018. It was after The Last Jedi that I really wanted to start to dive into stuff. And what you said about like the medium of comics, I have grown just so attached to. Like, to me, when I really think about it, it is like all the key elements of telling a story, like just boiled down. You got a visual element, and you have a script, and you're able to convey these, like something you can get in a movie or a book. It's like the perfect blend, and
Yeah.
It's like a storyboard. It's like a storyboard of a movie.
it's lovely.
It's what I love
Yeah.
about comic books, period. Because the art and the imagery that you get, in each scene is it can be so mind-blowing how you see an artist, and I love the collaboration between the storyteller and the artist too. How
Yes.
like when we talked with Daniel Jose Older, and one of my questions was, is the illustrator, is the artist giving you what you're picturing when you're writing the story? And a lot of times and he was like, yeah, he's like, I couldn't have thought it up better, and it's amazing that those two work so well together. And a lot of times they're always hitting on the same keys, and it's wonderful. And I love seeing that visual representation of the story being told that they're giving you instead of what you have to make up when reading a book. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
like
one of the
Mm-hmm.
go ahead, Chris.
I just think those the stories in the comics, they so expand on the characters that we know from the movies, and just to me add more weight
Yeah.
to what we see in the film. So they all complement one another, I think. So
I want to particularly shout out, even though it's relatively recent, but Charles Soule's most recent Star Wars run has just been, I think, absolutely excellent.
fantastic.
Charles Soule has become an
in terms of-
all-star.
Especially in terms of building, as you said, the characters we know from the movies, like seeing Luke and Leia right after Empire in those
Yeah.
moments in Lando, like that.
Yeah.
That is just gold.
Yeah.
It's gold. It's wonderful stuff.
It's there's definitely that. So we're going to see, Luke is a totally different character from what we saw. Well, not totally, but from what we saw from Empire Strikes Back to Return of the Jedi. So I'm loving his run because we're going to see that transition, that we get to that more stoic, more confident, powerful
Into Jedi.
Jedi.
Keep
Luke
your
that we see.
keep your finger on the pulse of Greg Pak too.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Vader comic has been
Yeah.
exceptional. If
The
you're
book-
not a prequel fan, this that particular comic run may make you a prequel fan, because it just like what Soule's run does. It adds so much weight to Anakin and Padme's relationship, and things that happen on Naboo.
You mean Pak?
Yes, Greg Pak's
Yeah.
run. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't read
he's-
those, please do so.
He does a wonderful job at being able to tie the movies to his story. Everything
Yeah.
that you've seen in the movies, everything that
Yeah.
you've gotten from every movie that's been out there, he knows he's just does a great job at tying it all together. So you can, it's really good.
On the point of that pack run, I'd like to speak to Dan's point, but one of the drawbacks of the medium, unfortunately, is this applies to pack runs especially, is the wait from month to month. Specifically, like between Vader issue like 10 and 11 was like 3 months, and that was
Yeah.
awful. That was horrific.
Yeah.
And waiting sometimes, like reading a story back in a trade can be so much more satisfying than reading it in the month-to-month format. And I think that's a shame that turns people off of comics, because when you see the full vision of a story, it often comes together so much better. But when you're reading it in that month-to-month way, it detracts. But on that pack point, yeah, it's such a weird thing to say that like Ochi of Bestoon has become like one of my favorite like comic characters. Like but it's not something I ever thought I would say. But he's
Yeah.
His latest scenes from the latest
So
Vader comic
disheveled.
are
Yeah.
it's great.
I
It's
love
good.
that most recent issue of Vader issue 12. I just absolutely loved. I shared it with Johnny and Dylan. The final page of Vader
was so sweet, yeah.
silhouetted
Oh yeah.
in the black. Oh my god! I thought
Yeah.
I'm
I gotta-
slowly getting to a point where I'm starting to buy more comics. I usually read like more Marvel and DC, but I've been trying to make my way into Star Wars a little bit more. But
Yeah, I gotta find an
stuff.
entry point into the Star Wars comics here, because they sound so dope, and everything I've seen about them are amazing. But
I'd say,
Yeah.
like, one thing Dan and I say all the time is jump in anywhere.
yeah.
but anyway,
mean,
yeah,
As far as Star Wars, the whole saga goes, we were jumped right into the middle of the Skywalker saga. That was our entry point. So really,
Yeah.
you can start anywhere, and
yeah.
if you enjoy that, keep going forward. If you want to see what happened before it, read the stuff that came before it. You're going to find something.
Yeah, like I remember when like Marvel they first started the Star Wars comic books again. I got like Vader Volume 1. I got like the regular Star Wars run. Like I did keep up, but then I kind of fell off it. But yeah, right now I'm reading Rise of Kylo Ren, and I love it so far. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was also going to tell you guys with
love it.
these dudes,
Yes.
Krell, and you
Task
get
Force
there's-
99.
yes.
Oh,
they
yeah.
only seem
Oh, the good
exactly
old Imperial
like,
Bad
They are
Batch.
sick.
Thank you, Chris.
telling
I don't
you.
want any spoilers, but I just seen pictures of them. I think they're so cool looking at, and I don't
Bad
know their
Batch.
story.
Black
They're-
Series
they're Bad
figures
Batch.
right now.
Oh,
Black
yes.
Series figures.
If
They're
Black
be
Series
sweet.
figures
Bad
of those
Batch.
would be sick.
Add to my long collection of well, I mean, I say mine, but Johnny has a huge, way bigger collection of Black Series figures.
Yeah,
Oh,
my-
don't get me started.
oh, let's go. Oh, we want on a show. Okay.
I don't know if you guys ever seen my video
You picked this
about
up yet?
the rant of needing this particular figure.
Oh, you
have.
got those. Oh, you.
Well, sounds like they listen
Yeah,
to
I.
what did he get? Did he get the Clone Wars
Yeah,
Anakin? Nice.
I'm only missing Echo.
Yeah, this
But
kid
I was
drove
I've been on a road
halfway
trip for the
across
past-
the freaking country
for
to
the
get those
for the past
stinking
couple
figures.
weeks. I've been on a road trip, so I've been hitting all targets. that
Calling
I've been going.
targets like a
I
madman.
Just-
saw that they were at Targets around here, and I never went and got one. It was probably
Yeah,
a sin.
they're tough to get, but they're
Target
great. Though. They're
sucks.
fantastic.
Target and Walmart, worst distributors for stuff like that.
Another one of my favorites.
Ugh, the Afra.
Oh yeah.
Look at
Here's
how
the other one.
how amazing is it, like being on this, talking comics right now, that a comic book character created strictly into comics became so popular that they made a Black Series figure of her and her two droids.
Yeah, I love that they're making comic book Black Series. I think it's amazing.
Oh, they
I
need to
feel
do
like
more.
She's
They-
the
they-
only
I mean,
one. She's the
yeah,
only one.
Because it's
Yeah, they
just
need
Afra,
more.
000, and
well, they did
and
do
BT, but-
just like a whole wave of them.
000 is another one.
Nice.
And then,
Yes.
I think I have
Nice.
A BT down there. Yeah, we need like
BT's
I
right
want
here.
like an Avar Chris action figure.
Yes!
You know?
Yeah, but
yeah,
they just
need to
did
send
a
out
whole
High Republic.
I want an Elzar man, but yeah,
they just did
I
a whole
feel you.
comic wave with like Darth Maul.
Yeah,
Those are the- yeah.
Darth Maul, Jackson, Crimson, the one from
Kira
that one
Canos.
from
I
Jason
need
Others like
Jackson
that.
so bad. I have to
and,
have
and
Jackson.
Luke
Jackson.
from,
Speaking Heir to the
from,
Empire, yeah.
Gear
Empire.
Camp, but even though they say it's Carno Jax, but it's not Carno Jax.
Speaking of that though,
that
so
whole
did you guys?
debacle.
Maybe this ties in a little bit about one of our other questions, but were you guys big into the Legends comics? Is that something that got you into Star Wars, or are you more canon oriented?
No, what got me into Star Wars?
Well, I didn't know.
Actually, let's just ask the question.
Yeah, I
Let's
was
ask that
born.
question. How did you guys get into Star Wars? What is your first Star Wars memory?
I was born in
This is a
'75.
question we like this.
There you go.
Chris.
I was born in
Okay.
'75, so
It
I
is.
don't know where I'm
you
It
know
is.
I was just born into it. Just grew up with it ever since. But
Yeah.
when it comes to the Legend stuff, for me, like I've read the Heir to the Empire series, Truce of Bakura. I think I stopped at Courtship of Princess Leia. But when it comes to the comics, the Dark Horse comics, yeah, I read a bunch of those. The stuff with Nomi Sunrider and Ulick and Kekel Droma and Exar Kun and all that stuff.
Great old Sith.
Um,
Or what's that run called? It's like called Jedi and Sith or something like
Awesome.
that.
I forgot the name of it.
It's late '90s. It's like pre
Yeah.
Old Republic. Old Republic.
Yeah, but I read all that
Come on,
stuff,
come
loved
on.
it. So that kept me going. Like when the canon changed over, it didn't bother me. I was like, okay, so they'll cherry pick and put things in as they need to. So like when the new canon started, I guess in 2015, I guess that's when they started bringing stuff out. It didn't bother me. I know that they'll find a way to work it all back in. So
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
seems like
me-
they've been it pretty good
This kid and his internet.
so far, right? I would say.
oh no, they're doing good with it.
Yeah.
There
My
was
hand is
some
awful. I apologize.
there was some stuff that was ridiculous in Legends. That
Some.
probably should stay. I'm being real nice when I say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of dumb stuff in there.
The
It just was
continuity.
weird. Yeah, everything was jumbled and convoluted to a
Yeah.
degree. But yeah, as long as they can pepper some of that stuff in and make it fit with what they're doing right now, and golden.
Yeah.
Like the last panel of the Dr. Afra comic this week, Dan.
Yes. Yeah, Dan. Yeah, you hold up that Afra figure, but I'm pretty sure you're behind on Afra. Last I checked.
Yeah, I am a little behind on Afra. I admit.
But the last
I
panel-
have all
the
the comic books. I just haven't
No,
read them.
Dan, the last panel from this.
Oh, you have?
from this
Okay.
issue.
Wait,
there you go.
refresh with
it's a
Dirge.
certain
Dirge.
bounty
Oh
hunter.
yeah, Dirge. I listen. I'll be catching up soon enough. It's
Listen, I
Oh
know
yeah,
there-
is
I
that the
think-
panel with Dirge? Oh okay.
Yes, yeah,
All right.
yeah.
That I
And
know.
Dirge
of.
looks
That I know of.
nuts. He looks
I am so happy he's
awesome.
back
I
in
think
canon.
I think that
He's
Dirge,
amazing.
I think
2003
that Dirge.
Clone Wars was my shit.
Black Series
2003.
figure now.
Whoa.
Oh yeah. Yes, please. I will buy 2.
Mhm.
I think
Very much.
Dirge. Here's mine because I know you guys have read the High Republic. I think that Dirge is a Drengir. That's my prediction.
Ooh,
Yeah.
bro.
Axiom, bro. Axiom.
You just blew Chris's mind.
Bro,
I think he's like the last. I
Chris
think he's
just that is a beautiful bro. That is a beautiful tie, and I've never thought
Yeah, I
about it.
think
When you
he's,
think
like,
about it
the
from
last
the
Drengir. Yeah,
he's
from
all vines and
yeah, and like they in like
Was he all vines or was he like Orochimaru where it was like
Well,
like snakes?
yeah, he
all
was
over the
like
place
he
and
was
whatnot?
like he was like worms, but in
Yeah,
canon
he's got,
they could
they
adapt
could change
to
it.
the
They
Drengir
could change
that
it.
that
They
he's
could
like a
definitely
Drengir.
change it.
Because
Where
the-
he's a
They can change it.
Drengir.
Well, we'll see
Bro.
when they
Fine,
start
yeah,
changing
they
stuff.
definitely
The
need to
Star
change
Wars fandom goes bananas when they start
That doesn't need to
changing
change
things.
for sure.
They
But-
got
Will they
crazy.
get mad at that? I think the power set because the power set is so similar. It'd be
Yeah.
a cool connection to have because we have the
Dude, I agree with you 100%.
sort of
I
like
like that.
the what are they called?
I
When-
love
like
that.
the previews for comics, and one of them is like there's a bounty hunter with ties to the High Republic, and all I
Yeah.
can think of is like Dirge is a Drengir, like he could be the last one. Because in the books that we've seen that Drengir can take like a human like form, and they can like be multiple forms. So I'm like,
Yeah.
he could
It's
fit into that
so
suit.
possible,
He
dude.
could
That
just
is
be-
a great
Or
connection. I
it's
think you're
Skier.
going somewhere with that.
Oh,
It could be scared. No, they don't. Did they live that long?
Nah,
Trandoshans can live
maybe.
a while, maybe, but that'd be crazy. If it was.
I like the Drengir thing. That really
I
makes a
think
lot of
I'm a fan of
sense
that.
for how Dirge was.
And bring that High Republic stuff into the
It's a great way to bring it all
to
together.
the
Yeah,
you
the
know
OT
the main era right now. Yeah, the OT era. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with that. I'm with that.
Yeah,
I
'cause
was
they're
like,
starting to pepper it in, and it's
Yeah.
it's great to see.
Yeah.
And the comic books are the best place to do it.
So many words being thrown around right now. I have no idea what they mean. So
Have you not read any High
Oh,
Republic
yeah, I
stuff?
mean-
I haven't. I have
Let's-
not.
yeah.
man, it's a great era.
Dylan.
Great
Yeah,
story.
no,
No, it's
neither
cool.
have I.
It's it is cool.
Maybe we should have explained ourselves a little bit beforehand of the show, but we can give
Into
it to
the
you
Dark,
guys.
Into the Dark, and Charles
Light of the
Soule's
Jedi.
book, Light of the
Light
Jedi,
of the Jedi, yeah.
are two
Yeah.
books that either you get it into your ears or start reading it
Yeah.
because
Okay.
great
Oh,
introduction.
and
get those
Test of
audible
Courage.
credits.
Yeah,
I'll just
Levi.
go to
Levi
those
has
Test of
been
Courage too,
Levi,
Justina
has been
Ireland.
giving us the breakdowns on all this stuff.
Yeah, let me give you like Broaxium because I know we should have talked about it before the show, but similar to your channel because the tagline is what no drama, no
Hate, no
drama, no
clickbait.
hate, no clickbait.
no
Yeah.
clickbait. Yeah.
I like
But-
that.
And for
Awesome.
us, the whole all new nerds thing is we wanted to like put together a place where we could have a group of voices that don't necessarily agree but show each other that we could still all talk to each other, right? Like that's the
Right.
whole. And we wanted to be the change we want to see in the Star Wars fandom. I always say that like if we think it's broken, then it's up to us to fix it. Like we're the Star Wars fans, so if we think that the fandom's broken, then we got to do something. And so I'm the shill, if you were. I'm the junkie of the bunch, as you can tell behind me. So I'm reading all this stuff and up to date with everything. And Johnson's in the middle. And Dylan, I'd say you're probably the other. I don't even know.
I'm in the middle. Yeah,
I just
would say
like
I'm in the
Star Wars,
middle.
man. But the Fandom Menace definitely put me off from High Republic stuff just because I saw everyone was like, "Oh, it sucks," and they're all disliking the videos. So before I was on the like Twitter space,
I
kinda,
read
and
the
saw the
important
other
panels.
side, I was just like, okay, you
makes
know what?
sense.
Maybe it does just suck.
It was
No,
interesting.
don't let the fandom menace skew your views on things.
It's
Those
true,
guys
yeah,
are,
no.
Those guys, fuck those guys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Find
Don't
worry
out
about
for
it.
your
Yeah.
find out for
Yeah.
yourself. Like that's
Right.
what my biggest thing with all of the content that's being put out. Like we're getting so much stuff right now that you don't need to be on top of all of it. It's overwhelming. There's a lot of stuff
I love
happening now. Like you
Yeah, you
never
don't need to
would have
be on
expected.
top
How many
Yeah.
comics are going right now for Star Wars?
I
don't
Isn't there,
even
like,
know.
I believe
Five?
five. Well,
Yeah.
just for Marvel.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
IDW,
I mean,
it's
Like and then you got
six.
IDW,
Five or
and
six, yeah.
7.
and that's just comic books. Then you
Seven.
got all these shows that
Eight?
are
And then
coming
it's the War
out.
of the Bounty Hunters. Yeah, you almost like maybe a little under 10 different
Right.
comics
Intense,
going.
that's
Wow.
intense.
you
Okay.
know?
Yeah.
And
You
like
just-
you know, and,
That's
and
all
like,
let's keep
when
up with.
when it comes to the High Republic stuff and listening to the Fandom Menace, don't.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just-
no,
it's just-
I've
Make
definitely
up your
learned
own
that
mind.
recently. Like,
Yeah.
since
Pick
we
up
started
where
the
I'm at,
channel and
yeah.
just being around different voices than just what I see,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's definitely been
There's some really
Pretty
good
good.
storytelling within the High Republic stuff. I don't know what they're mad about. Maybe
Everyone's
They'll
mad
just
about
hate anything.
Geode.
They'll just
But
hate anything.
I
that
know about
Disney will-
Geode. I know the explanation. I feel like that's
Geode
just
is
from-
hilarious. It's funny.
He's a Vinci.
Yeah.
The Fandom
Yeah.
Menace were the same guys who were talking crap on Gina Carano because they were thinking that they were trying to fill some strong female role, and then were the same
Right. God
ones that
forbid.
fell in love with her and then hated Disney because they fired her because she just couldn't stop creating drama. Look,
It's true. It's true.
I just it's just full of hate when I think of it. Like, it's always trying to be mad about something, and it's just
The
like, look,
dark
if you don't
side.
like something, just you don't have to
Yeah.
announce to the world
Right.
and everybody that you hate all
And
of
that's
this
Is it
the-
stuff.
really
it's
worth
so-
that much effort?
It's
Like,
so funny. It's so funny because people ask, like, when I'm doing other things, people will ask, like, what Johnny and Dylan's opinion on something is, and I'll be like, well, I don't really know, because if they don't like it, they're not gonna just like scream about it, because they're not,
Right.
they're not
Right.
like, that's the whole point of the channel.
Right.
And so I was like, I only know what they like, because that's the whole
Right.
point. Like,
And
I
that's
know,
good.
I know what we share, what we love.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
not like that, but I'll if someone asks me about something, I'll
If
answer.
someone asks you, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I don't think I
Don't,
hate
uh,
anything.
I don't shout
I
from the
wouldn't
top
say
of
I
the
hate
hills how
anything.
much I don't shout from the top of the hills how much I hate Michael Bay's Transformers movies. They're terrible.
God, the last night is
Good.
really something.
I'm kidding.
Oh man, you know what? I fell asleep in the last.
I feel that. I feel that.
Now,
It's the only
Bumblebee was a great movie.
Bumblebee, all the Cybertron scenes were
Pretty cool.
fantastic.
Yeah,
And I would love a
Bumblebee.
movie strictly with that, but they got to keep throwing humans in there for some reason. I don't know.
freaking humans. Yeah. What are they doing? John
It's like the
Cena.
Godzilla
Get out of it.
movies. It's like, stop with the humans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Just
wasn't
give us
John Cena in
Godzilla.
that movie?
Yeah, one of
John
the
Cena
most
was in that
insane
movie.
things is he's sitting at a desk. He's like in an office and he cocks his gun and he goes, he's at a desk and goes, "We're going to Texas." I'm like, sure.
The most
sure,
horrifying
Bumblebee.
place on earth.
Sure,
Michael
Bumblebee.
Bay did a Netflix movie called Six Underground, and it was okay. I'm gonna try to be nice, but it was one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Put it lightly.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Well, he's good at the explosions and the. and
Yeah,
I don't
He's
think
not even though.
Yeah,
Like
I
that's
guess
the thing.
true.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
bad
Michael
movie.
Bay. I'm sorry, Michael. If you watch,
No, don't apologize to him. No, don't apologize.
Didn't he
At the
Don't
do-
give
same
him
time,
that.
I love him. At the same time, I do love him, but it's just there's some
so
things.
now time for the hard hitting question on air. Chris, is Dak Prescott named after Dec Ralther? Yes or no?
If I was Dak's father, yeah, I would have named him after. Yeah, yeah.
I was always
I
thought,
would've.
I was always wondered that as a
I would've.
football fan. I'm like, Dak. I'm like, there's no other Dax besides this
Right.
Dak and the Dak
And-
in Star Wars.
Yeah, I would have.
Dak
Yeah, maybe his dad's a Star
Yeah.
Wars nerd.
I always think about
Name
that.
him
I
Dak.
wonder.
He liked that
That's
guy who wanted to
interesting.
take on the whole empire by himself.
Dak is such a Star Wars name too. Like that's
Boo.
like, just like Dak.
More of a Zev guy, but yeah.
It's Seb guy.
Zev.
Well, I mean, but we should get to some more because we've been talking about comics a bunch. And I know Dylan and Johnny, you're more out of your depth, so you should
Yeah.
ask one of the more regular questions.
A little bit, yes. I'm keeping up. Well, actually, I do. Well, all right. I guess we'll stop talking about comics. But anyways, so what?
You can go if you want to. If you want to ask a comic question, go
I'm
for it.
curious. I'm just curious, just from hearing you guys. Since Chris, you work at a comic book shop, like how much you guys. Obviously, I know you're into Star Wars comics, of course, but how much you guys like invested into like the Marvel and DC? Are you guys keeping up with that, or
All right,
not so,
so,
much? Or are you guys a fan of it at
J-
all?
Johnny, I noticed behind you that you have the issue that got me hooked into comics, and is right above your Stormtrooper's head. That's Death of Superman, right?
That is, yes.
Yeah. That was my in with comics. Like I was getting comics as a kid,
Okay.
like Ninja Turtles and Transformers and Star Wars comics, sporadically and whatnot. But in the early 90s, when when Superman died, that is the thing that got me into comic books. And the series after.
Seems
called
like a
The
lot
Reign
of people
the
got into
Supermen.
it that way too.
Yeah. And the Reign of the Supermen was fantastic to me. I don't know if you have any of those. but it
Interesting.
was
Yeah, that was a big story.
so good. So good. So
Loved that.
Mhm.
I'm more of a DC guy than I'm a Marvel
Oh, yeah.
guy.
yeah.
And that goes for the comics as well as the movies. Sorry.
Same.
But
Same here. Yeah.
like not much from Marvel.
Oh, really?
I read,
Okay.
Yeah, not much from Marvel. I read. I fell off around maybe Fear Itself. This is like maybe 10 years ago. There was a Fear Itself thing. This is after Civil War and after Secret Invasion
like
and all
that.
that stuff. Yeah. So that's where I left off. But
Yep.
DC, I'm Superman, Nightwing, Teen Titans, Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah.
Reading Super Sons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, stuff like that. So I'm reading like and Green Lantern.
Oh, I haven't read Super Sons. Okay,
So
cool.
good. So good.
Green Lantern. Yeah.
Not the
DC
not the
Comics are
Grant
great.
Morrison Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Not the Grant Morrison
Love
Green
him.
Lantern because that was trippy. But yeah.
Only Green Lantern I know is Ryan Reynolds. That's not.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah. The Ryan Reynolds.
That's it.
It's a rough one.
No.
It is a rough one. Some question why that movie was made.
The DC animated universe is amazing too.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
just thinking about that.
Oh, it's one of
I
the
figured,
best. It's the best.
Justice-
It's the
one
one
of the
thing
best.
that it's Marvel
Just-
can't
Justice
like-
League Unlimited.
right. Like DC,
It's so underrated too. I don't know. I just
so underrated. Like
underrated.
DC,
that's what I grew up
like
with.
they definitely with their storytelling in their animated universe, Marvel has never really ever been able to compare.
And to me, the Justice
Mhm.
League Unlimited show, I'm sorry, hot take. To me, is way better storytelling than anything the MCU is doing. That's just me. That's just
Hot take. That's a
Ooh,
hot
hot
that's just
take.
me.
Hot
That's
take.
me. Dwayne McDuffie.
That's
Dwayne,
hot.
Dwayne McDuffie.
It's,
was
I
a
might
master
agree with
storyteller.
Chris. I might
Two
agree
hot
with
takes.
Chris.
Really good. Too
You guys
hot
gotta
takes.
watch it again. It's such,
I like-
it's such good stuff.
Yeah.
I like how the superheroes in DC are more godlike than they are in Marvel.
Well, I think that's due to Zack Snyder.
Yeah,
how
that's
he
a-
looks at
that's
them
a-
a lot. So,
yeah.
but yes, I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
But even in the animated series, they're so
Yeah.
That's true.
otherworldly
Powerful.
powerful, like than you have
For sure.
like with most of the Marvel stuff. Like they're starting to dive into that a little bit more, like with Scarlet Witch
Yeah.
and
The
how
Eternals.
powerful she is. The Eternals, that's going to be there.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how this.
Yeah.
Marvel's doing a great job with their
Yeah.
cinematic universe. I'm not going to
Yeah.
deny that. I love
Yeah, I
a
love
lot
it.
of the stuff that's been put out, but I definitely
They just announced a new
Love
animated
DC's.
Batman series too.
Mhm.
yes, and
Mhm.
I actually can't wait to see this
And Superman.
this new Batman
Yes.
movie with Robert Pattinson.
The Batman.
And
Yeah,
Superman,
it's gonna
that's
be
right,
fun.
yes.
It's gonna be
Yes,
good.
Superman.
The Batman. Yes.
The Battens.
Bruce
He just
Timm,
saw-
Matt Reeves, J.J. Abrams.
It's gonna be good.
Odd
Yeah.
parent.
As soon as
Yeah.
you said Matt Reeves, I was like,
Interesting
yeah,
pairing.
because
Yes, I'm in.
the
I'm in.
Planet of the Apes trilogy is.
I have still
Love it.
yet to watch
The Batman
the-
trailer gave me chills.
Mm.
I bought a shirt the second they dropped. I am so excited for the movie. Can't
Well,
wait.
Wait,
yeah,
they
some
have a
kinda
Do they have a trailer for that movie?
Chill.
For the Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a trailer.
They have
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
kind of
it came
older
out, like-
now,
came out like
right?
a
Last
year
year,
ago.
It's
man.
been out for a while,
Yeah.
man. Where have you been?
Where
Yeah.
have you been?
It came out at a fandom.
And he like
Yeah.
beats that guy down real
They're
bad.
Oh,
doing
yeah.
another fandom, by the way.
Yeah.
Fandom's happening
Oh,
again.
boy.
So it's
Oh,
exciting.
cool. We better get
maybe
in the
behind.
trailer.
I'm gonna have to watch
This
that
guy.
trailer.
Oh yeah, I would watch that.
Maybe
trailer.
I've
That
seen it and
trailer
I
is-
just forgot it or something. I don't know. 'cause
Yeah,
I've been
it
so
was a little
wanting to
while
see that
ago, and it
movie.
wasn't huge. It was like it was. I mean, it was like a teaser trailer.
Probably,
essentially,
yeah.
It's like a
so-
real small
I don't
teaser.
know. It was a pretty good. It wasn't small. No, I think it was a substantial.
there was a
trailer.
costume test, like a teaser, and then there was an actual trailer.
Oh,
There's
that's
two
true. Yeah,
things, I
yeah.
guess.
The Battinson. I
But-
can't wait to
Pattinson.
see the Riddler. To be honest,
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm really
Yeah, that's
excited
gonna be
to see-
crazy.
As Riddler.
He's-
Oh yeah,
he has a
that is
whole
gonna be
different look.
interesting.
Jim, fingers crossed
So-
for Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
I don't know if you
Jim
guys.
Carrey.
Hey,
It's
listen,
Paul Dano.
I
It's
love
not
Jim
Jim
Carrey's
Carrey.
Bringing
Riddler.
him back.
I don't know if you
Lots
guys
It's
have
the
seen
Joker
Gotham,
though. It's literally the
But he-
Joker.
but Riddler's done really well in Gotham, and I
Nothing.
hope they.
Nothing beats
they do it
Arnold
similar to that.
Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
And sing.
the diamonds.
One movie for the audience. We're talking about the film Joel Schumacher's Batman and Robin, and my God,
Ever
Sure.
heard of it?
it is one of my favorite scenes in the whole film. Is
And
when
you can't deny it.
I did
Uma
a paper on it
Thurman's
for school.
Poison
is when-
Ivy.
is when Batman looks. He pulls out like a Polaroid photo of Uma Thurman's Poison Ivy and Bane, and it looks like they're in like It looks like it's from Casablanca. It looks like it's from like 1940, and they have like these hats and trench coats. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is this?
Yeah.
It's just so funny.
It got so goofy.
Yeah.
It's so
The
goofy. I love
back
it.
credit card.
The bat card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Never leave home without it.
Never
Never
really-
George
leave home without
Clooney.
Oh, yeah.
George Clooney was a fantastic Bruce
George-
Wayne.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He
Terrible
wasn't
Batman.
bad.
I love Val
Terrible
Kilmer.
Batman.
Live
Val's
action.
underrated Bruce Wayne. Val's an underrated Bruce Wayne for sure. Yeah, I agree with that.
Val Kilmer was my favorite. Next to what's his face?
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. Thank you.
Christian
yeah.
Bale? Michael
No,
Keaton?
Christian
that
Bale.
was Michael-
Christian Bale. That whole series was great. I thought that was a great series. Totally different element. You know, this is like real world Batman stuff. Christian Bale did a good job.
This ain't
I
your
thought- I
mama's
think-
Batman.
I think
Alright,
Ben
Christopher
Affleck was a
Nolan.
good.
It's true.
was
It
a
ain't
good
your
Bruce.
mama's
Batfleck was a
Batfleck-
I like Ben
fantastic Batman.
Affleck's.
Batfleck
Bruce
was a
a
great
lot.
Batman.
He was just
Yeah.
the most comic accurate, probably.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure.
Not what Joss Whedon did with him.
I love.
No.
Listen, I will never forgive Joss Whedon. I am not a
Well,
Joss Whedon
and
fan
the
really
killing
anymore.
stuff. That's
I'll still watch
that's a
some of his
no-no.
stuff,
That's a no-no.
but every time I see Joss Whedon stuff, I'm just like,
Yeah, Batman don't kill unless
Yeah.
it's a
Why does
unless
he
it's a
have to be
big
such
deal,
a-
you know.
Well, that's not a Whedon thing. That was
That
Zack
was- that's a
Snyder.
Snyder.
That was a Zack. That
Because
was a
this
Zack
is-
thing.
this
Right?
is-
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You know, like that's the one thing I don't get mad when like the movies come out and it's different from the character in the comics or the cartoons because there's a multiverse. So you
That
know,
story
everyone
was-
has
Yeah,
their
but I mean, the
different take
thing-
on it. So
that was
Like
a whole
this-
different story.
but this Batman was
the thing with Batman killing is like it goes against the character's morals so much. So,
right.
you know.
But for this Batman, he's been through so much stuff,
Yeah.
and he's broken at
The
this
Jason,
point.
like the
he
Dark
was
Knight
been through
Returns
Jason
Batman.
Todd,
Jason
wasn't that
Todd,
Jason
yeah.
Todd
Yep,
already?
yep.
He's been through that.
Yep.
Yeah, and it was Superman and his sacrifice is what brought him back. And
Right.
that's why he's back on track for Justice League.
That's fair.
The good Justice League movie.
Yeah, even Jeremy Irons knew he was going down a dark road.
Yeah, everyone's all. Yeah.
He was a good
He's a
Alfred.
pretty good Alfred.
I
yeah.
He was a
love.
good
Yeah.
Alfred.
He looked like Tony Stark every time I saw him. I was like, he looks like it looks like an old Robert Downey now.
I
Like,
want
honestly, it was
Michael
so
Caine.
weird. Yeah.
Master Wayne. Master Bruce.
I did
That's
like
not
I
Michael
do.
Caine, but Master Wayne. Master Wayne.
And I'll be
Master
there.
Wayne.
And I'll see
Never.
you. And you'll see
Never.
me. And I'll smile.
He had these rubies.
Hey, these
Someday.
a blood
They
diamond.
were, they were the size.
Dan's
of
got
a
the
grapefruit.
impressions, man. Dan's got
They were the
impressions.
size of a grapefruit.
Hey Dylan, why don't you
What's
hit
up,
our
man?
guest
What a
here
muscle
with a Star Wars question?
I'll hit you. with
Yeah,
the
let's go.
Star
All right,
Wars
let's
still-
go back.
we
I'm
still
sorry.
got him.
I
Oh, we
just,
still
I
have
just
him.
had
Well,
to go down
that's-
this rabbit hole. For
Yeah,
a
I was
second.
thinking. So
Go
there's
for
a
it.
lot of projects coming up from Disney, and some closer than others. But do you guys have like a one favorite project coming
Kenobi.
up?
Lando.
Kenobi. That's the
Kenobi.
answer.
Yes,
we usually
Kenobi.
get.
let's
We gotta
go.
stop asking this question because it's always Kenobi.
It's not always.
Well, Chris is
I don't
Lando.
think
Chris,
it's always, but yeah.
Chris is all about
Well,
the Lando series.
it's
coming
all
up.
of them, man. I don't pick favorites, but
Yeah.
Lando.
I just
Shut
it's the
up.
first
You
thing
want
that came to
Lando?
mind. Shut up.
Yes.
It's the first thing that came to mind.
I want.
Yeah,
I
well,
want
that's-
Lando
wait for
too. 'Cause
Kenobi.
if they're
So
giving
good.
us Donald Glover as Lando, I am
Mm.
all
Mhm.
Are we on
about
the?
that.
Are we
If
on
this
the?
is in the
Let's
solo
do it.
because listen, they signed Alden Ehrenreich on for
Three.
3 movies.
Three
Three movies.
Yeah.
So if they alter
I forgot
his
about that.
deal,
Please,
Pray.
they alter his deal.
please make more.
Yeah,
For a
pray I
series.
don't
Yeah.
Pray
alter
they
it
alter
further.
it further.
Yeah.
Pray they do
Alter it
alter it.
further.
They
Yeah, pray
could
they do
have
alter it,
him-
yeah.
They could have him definitely cameo in a Lando series, even
Yeah.
bring him on for some episodes or whatnot. But
And have that as a
Lando.
backdoor thing
It's
for
great.
more solo movies because
Yeah, I
there's
mean
so
you're
much
on.
more to
Solo
say.
You're
two
called
happen.
Broaxium, so I imagine
this is
we're
how
on
they
the
could make
hashtag
Solo 2
2
happen.
train.
Make Solo 2 happen. Make it happen.
Hashtag make it
Yeah.
happen.
But Kenobi,
now.
I am so
Solo.
ready for Ewan to come
The
back. We've got
potential for
Hayden
the
Christensen
show
coming
is
back.
insane.
Like
Yep.
we're gonna get
So-
if we get some flashbacks of these guys
go!
or him as Vader. I mean, I would like to see him as Anakin again,
Yes.
and I wouldn't mind seeing him in the suit as Vader.
Imagine
I
that.
mean,
past and
I
present.
need live action flashbacks
Imagine
of them
this
in the
in live
Clone
action.
Wars
Here's
era.
here's
Yes.
another thing. Here's
Imagine
another
this
thing.
in live
Gonna go
action.
crazy. Gonna
If
go
you
crazy.
guys
Same
have
here.
read the Star Wars runs, there was I forget which author the writer was doing it, but there were these journals of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Luke
Yes.
goes
That was
back to
Kieran
Obi-Wan
Gillen, right?
Kenobi's house on Tatooine. He grabs his journal, and every couple of comic books was just a full issue of Luke reading the stories of Obi-Wan's journals. and it was how he learned from the Sand People. Now we've already gotten awesome Sand People lore from the Mandalorian, so we're gonna see how. Hopefully, we'll see how Kenobi
Which comic
bonds with
is
the
this,
Sand
sorry?
People.
It's the Star
This is
Wars
in the
main
Star
run. It's
Wars-
Kieran Gillen's run, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Was it
Oh,
Kieran
the main
Gillen?
one. Okay,
It
wow.
was Kieran Gillen.
No,
You're
no,
right.
no. Or was it Jason Aaron?
No,
I
it
think
was
it's
Kieran
Gillen.
Gillen.
It's
It was Gillen. It was Gillen.
It's
Yeah,
Gillen.
you're right. But there were these, journal stories of Obi-Wan Kenobi during Tatooine when he was watching Luke, how he was fighting with Owen. Him and Owen didn't get along, and wait, is it Owen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Owen Lars.
Yep. Yep.
So he was getting in a fight with Owen all the time. He was about like watching over Luke and how Owen didn't want him have
Train.
anything to do with Luke or training him or anything like that. I'm so excited to see where they're going to take this story. I hope that they, kind of work with those comic book stories that we got, how he bonded with the Bantha, how he knew how to man, so much stuff he learned from the Sand People in that comic book series. And
seeing what we saw in Mando, they've got to
Right.
bring some of that the Tusken Raiders, Sand People culture
yeah,
into
The
that more.
love for Tusken Raiders. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mando did a lot
Ah,
for that. for
is it
sure.
okay to keep calling them Sand People? Like that's what they were called in the movies.
I call them
Like,
Tuskens.
I just say
but-
Tusken
Make
Raiders.
sure
I
of-
I don't. I
Am
don't
I
say Sand
offending the
People.
Sand People
Yeah, it's
of
true.
Tatooine?
Yeah.
In those books,
They're gonna
too,
attack the comments. How
Yeah, some of
dare you?
some of
Sand
Trying to
People,
put
we
on the
love you.
translator.
Flip
like,
that.
this is
Tusken
not
Raiders, we
good.
love you.
that's a clip. That's a Twitter clip. That's a social.
Yeah.
I
Um,
like Tusken Raiders better anyway, but
Yeah.
I always think of the Sand People.
Yeah.
And that's
Ugh,
That's
yes,
how I-
Oh, but in
Sand
that
People.
book, when Owen's like, "I don't want you to kill another Skywalker," like that stuff hit hard. I was like,
Yeah, that's I've seen
right.
that.
Exactly.
Yikes.
And
Yeah.
he had a little bit of respect for Anakin for everything he did with his mother and went out and found her, brought her back. So I think they really wanted to keep Luke safe. He seemed like a curmudgeon old son of a bee, but in the original series, but he cared about Luke. He didn't want him to go out and get killed.
True.
And I
Yeah.
don't think he knew that Darth Vader was Anakin, right? Like I don't think he
I
knew
don't think
that.
So.
Yeah.
No, not at the.
So he didn't know
I think
what
he thinks
Anakin became.
I think
he just
thinks Anakin died in the war.
right,
Mm.
exactly.
Yeah.
Sort of like the Amidalans from Greg Pak's run. I think they think.
The
Amidalans.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
What
tough
a
stuff.
great, what a good drop there.
Sounds like
So-
a reality show.
Yeah,
The
it does,
Amidala-
doesn't it? When I saw that, I was like, this sounds like a sitcom. The
Sure, yeah,
Amidalans.
sitcom. Yeah.
Well, seeing as you guys have had. Oh,
Disney, make it.
Yeah.
How's
Well,
that? you go, please.
all
no,
right.
you.
Well,
No, you.
I was gonna ask Chris, just like what do you
Settle
want
on
out of the
some
Lando
honest.
show that like intrigues you so much about it?
Yeah.
Because I haven't heard anyone say Lando is their like one of their number one favorites, so I'm pretty interested.
Lando
Yeah,
Lando.
Donald.
is what I'm
All right.
hoping out of
Hey,
the Lando
good answer.
So
show.
this guy,
And
I
like,
want
you
to
know,
see
and-
how many more capes he has at his actual house instead of
Yeah.
just on the
His
Falcon.
wardrobe. Yeah, I want to see
I
Lando's wardrobe.
know that there's more
Yes.
to that dude's story, and Charles Soule's run,
Oh,
Lando
so
run,
good.
just did so much more for that character. So, like, I'm hoping that it's maybe that show exists in two eras, and it's Rise of Skywalker Lando, maybe with Jana, and he's
That's
telling
what
her
you're-
old stories. And
Yeah,
then
you want the
it'll-
Lando
then it'll
Chronicles.
cut back to Donald Glover.
Yeah, yeah.
That
in
would
the
be
role, so
amazing. That would
I,
be
I
amazing.
hope that's
That's the
case.
dream.
Yeah.
Missed
That's how I've
opportunity for
always
it to be called the
envisioned
Calrissian Chronicles, but yeah.
The Calrissian Chronicles. Yeah,
It better.
It
be.
is a missed opportunity.
Well, there
It
is-
I
There is a
Lando the
Calrissian
official
Chronicles
title?
coming,
could
though.
change it.
There is a
True.
Calrissian
There is a
Chronicles coming.
Calrissian Chronicles on the way from Blue
In the-
Panther
in-
Milk
in the
Co.
Banthaverse.
In the
Yes.
Banthaverse, it's
Yes.
coming.
Banthaverse.
It's going to be it's going to be ridiculous.
Okay.
Have
There's
you guys,
also
have you
gonna
guys not
be
seen
a,
this, Dylan and John? The AI written.
Yeah.
Yes,
So-
I know. I have.
There's also going to be a Attack of Clones Part 2.
2.5.
Yeah, 2.5.
Mm.
Yeah.
I love it.
Nice.
I love it.
I'm going to be reprising my role as Anakin. I can't wait.
Same.
It's going to be great. The Blue Bantha Milk Co. guys are with their
Much love to
AI idea was spectacular and
Yeah.
a great way to bring people together to just have fun with Star Wars. So
Absolutely.
you guys ever
And-
want to give them a shot, check them out.
Yeah,
speaking
please do.
of having fun with
Yes.
Star Wars, this is usually one of
Yeah.
the first questions we ask, but
Great.
we're coming down sort of to the end here. But what is your favorite Star Wars experience? Just comic
forget
book, whatever.
something?
What is your favorite one?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
experience, not movie, but the overall experience. Could be
One that
celebration.
stands out. First thing you think
could
of.
be just
I would
Yeah.
definitely, for my answer, it's Celebration. Because I went to my first Celebration in Orlando, and I didn't know anybody there, like, really. And I met a bunch of people there, had a great time sitting on a cold concrete floor for about 20 hours talking with all of these other Star Wars
I've heard the
fans.
horrors
And
of Mike. DJ
I mean,
Mike.
it was crazy. It was 20. It was about 20 hours in line for the Last Jedi panel. Ryan Johnson, it was maybe like 1, 2 in the morning, came out, walked around the people that were waiting
Oh, were
this
you there
early.
for that?
Yeah, I was there
Oh,
for
nice.
that. Yeah, I tried
Wow.
to get in there, but I got mobbed. I couldn't get close to him.
Yeah.
He had like security all around him. He was just signing stuff. He was so nice. And that was a great moment. It was so awesome. And then coming back from that and then going to Chicago, having already, now this is like, I've established some friends all over the United States. You know, we met up with people. Our friend lives in Chicago. He kind of gave us a inside tour of some great
Nice.
places. But at that point, you know, and then we met you, Levi, there. Like, the Chicago one was so much better because we already, like, I just met so many more people along the way. So it was cool getting to see faces, meeting new people,
That's
you know, and it led to this, you know, us being on
You're
your
making me
show,
jealous.
having a good time. Like, it's what it's all about. The camaraderie that gets built out of this fandom is second to none. And that's
It's
what makes
unmatched.
me enjoy Star Wars the most.
Did we meet?
yeah, it's great.
Wait, didn't you say we? I thought we met you
We may have
in
met.
Celebration.
I was there.
Yeah, rap, but I don't think we met.
I don't know. We may have.
Well, because
met.
we met. There's a bunch of people that came up. Like, I'm not to like toot our own horn, but we had people come up to us and recognize us as Broaxium. I thought maybe you saw us there.
It's very
because we
possible.
met a couple of different people, but I can't remember everyone.
But
But
I
I
saw
thought
you.
you said you met us there, so I was like, I think I remember his face.
I mean, at this point, there's so many faces I've seen. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You said that, and I was like,
Could happen.
yes.
Could have. I swear there was someone ran up to us, younger
walked
looking
by.
guy, and like said hi to
Hey,
us that he
guys.
saw our show.
me.
So
You're
thought maybe it was you.
Broaxium.
Like, I'm telling you, there was a lot of people there that we ran into, that we've talked to online, that have seen, that watched some of our stuff, that we've seen their stuff, that we met, you know, like it was great. If you guys get a chance to scrape some money together to do it,
I'm trying to. Well,
Do it.
that it's not even about money. It's like trying to get the tickets. It's hard.
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
haven't
look,
gone live yet, are they? Like,
Yeah.
I literally took off work that day.
Yeah. Dylan and I are trying to
got a
go.
separate
Well,
credit
we're all
card.
trying to go, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I opened a new
Yeah.
credit card just to freaking
Wow.
It's like
Wow. Okay.
Is you gotta go
Wow.
fast.
we're going
And
to
I want to
Silly.
get
Yeah.
I want to get Chris's answer on the favorite Star Wars thing.
Yeah, Chris,
Obviously, I have
yeah.
to wind down. But I do it. So would you? I want to ask, like, were you guys at Celebration? Were you guys in the room when
The
were you
dealer's
guys?
room.
Were you in the
We were
main
in the
room?
dealer's room. we were in the dealer's room at the Star Wars. You're talking about the Rise of Skywalker trailer?
Well, no.
Oh.
Well, yeah, with like the side room, like not the.
Yeah, we were in the dealer's room, right where the like off to the side where the stage.
Yeah, I was in there too. So
Mm.
I mean, maybe I feel like because besides watching your channel, I feel like I do.
I was giving comic books away when that was happening. It was nuts. I had all
But
these.
I
free
want to
comic
say
books.
on the Saturday, I think on this Saturday, where it was like the Mando panel, the Galaxy's Edge panel, and like the Clone Wars panel, like, or maybe it was Fallen Order, but it was like one day
Mhm.
where like if you stayed in there in the big room, the main room,
Yeah.
the main hall,
Yeah.
and like Mike was going around like with Warwick Davis or whatever. I don't know if like were you guys in there like when he was like in the middle
I
show?
was.
Or
We
were you on the
were
show
at the we were at the Galaxy's Edge panel,
Mhm.
and the Phantom Menace panel, and I think that was it, right, Dan?
I didn't go to the Phantom Menace panel,
Oh.
but we did go to the comic book panel that they had, where we got
Oh,
to see
yeah,
all
yeah,
the new
yeah, yeah.
stuff that came
Yeah.
out, and we somehow got into that, and I don't even know if I was. I don't know. I kind of just got my way.
I
in
asked-
There was
I
a
asked
couple of
because-
other
Yeah,
panels
just
that I
in
kind of just went in.
Because
Yeah.
one of these days I'm going to find someone from Celebration. I mean, I'm going to keep asking our guests until I get one. But when Mike was going around, he was doing this bit. The DJ Mike, I imagine
Yeah,
you're.
yeah.
For the audience who doesn't know, he's like an MC sort of person who runs the stage, like
Yeah.
in between shows, like a moderator type figure,
Okay.
sort of keep people excited.
I didn't know
He was
that, so.
he was going around and he was asking people to do like Star Wars impressions, and he got around to he was just going around on the edges, and he got around to me, probably a couple.
You did one?
hundred, maybe they yeah, and I think I've told you this, and I just like coughed
think so.
into the mic, just like. And he was like, "Dude, are you okay? Like what?" I was like, "No, it's General Grievous." Got everyone laughing, and I was like, if you're in there, and he's like, "I'll do it again." And I coughed again. It's a whole bit, but I was like, if you were in that stage, you'd probably remember that. So I was like, that
Oh.
was me. I'd be like, that was me.
Oh,
I was the
There
cough
was-
kid.
And so
That was Levi, guys.
I coughed,
That
guys.
was guy.
I'm the cough guy.
Cough
So,
guy.
That was Levi.
So like one of these
he
days,
wants the credit. It was me. I coughed. I
Yeah,
coughed
well-
into the mic.
so one of these days, I'm gonna find someone, and they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I remember that." So I'll get it one day, but
Hashtag
Magically.
cough guy.
Then all of a sudden, COVID broke out.
Yeah, and then you can't do that anymore. Oh yeah. Oh.
oops.
But
Levi's
yeah,
a super
it was so overwhelming. Like
Yeah.
it is an overwhelming experience. If you don't have like a set plan for celebration, like there's so much going on. There's
Yeah.
so much. You're looking at all this awesome merch that you can't find anywhere else. You got Levi coughing on stage.
You
got-
you'll get sick.
You know, you've got all of these like different live podcasters doing stuff that like, and if you are a podcast channel, you want to figure out how to get some content out of the whole thing. So there's so many gears that are moving at the same time. Like
Yeah.
it's an incredible experience, but it is
You were talking about,
incredibly overwhelming.
giving away comics. I got the Heir to the Empire issue 1 from '95 for $2.
We got
$2.
this deal.
I
Chris
think it's
landed this.
expensive now.
He likes to bring that
boxes.
up a lot, guys.
I do because it's cool.
Chris got boxes
shut
of
up.
this
He likes to
um,
flex on everybody with that one.
variant Vader Down issue, and we had boxes of them, and
Those
we were
covers are great.
just giving them out.
Just throwing
Out
them
to
all.
people.
Yo,
Here,
yo,
I
yo,
love
yo,
that.
yo.
check out Broaxium.
But I want to hear Chris's answer to the favorite Star Wars experience.
Yeah, Chris, how about you?
There's a couple like one of the early ones is 8 years old watching Return of the Jedi in the theater with my friends, and when Luke drops into the Sarlacc pit and like flips back up and all that stuff, like that was like that was fever pitch excitement for my little 8-year-old mind and like all my friends with us, and so that's an awesome moment. And then I think probably at this last celebration, I really wanted to be in the auditorium for that Rise of Skywalker trailer and be
I
there
know.
with the cast and all that kind of stuff. And it kind of sucks that we didn't get to go in there. But
That
the
overflow
next
theater, at
best,
least.
the next best thing was being in that dealer's room at the stage and watching it and just being surrounded by fellow Star Wars fans, and we're all just jubilant over what we've seen and this and that and that.
Hey,
that was a
boom
fantastic-
guy!
Oh,
Move the boom!
Yeah, the guy with the crane. Oh, what a
Guy
jerk.
with the
But
crane
he had to do his job. He had to do
camera.
his job. But,
Yeah, whatever. His job
Yeah, I
was
was
making
seeing-
me miserable.
But I think those are probably my.
Oh
Oh,
man,
okay, okay.
when Ian McDermott walked out, roll it
Oh.
again. Oh, that was
Roll
it
again.
Oh
So
my
crazy.
Oh, that was awesome.
I know that even though I wasn't there.
Blew my mind because
That-
that's
he just
alive,
said,
When you're there.
Yeah.
and I was
South
like,
Bend is-
Yeah.
Everyone lost their minds.
Oh yeah. How could
Yeah.
you not? Even just watch. I remember I was
Yeah.
watching that in the library at school, and the bell rung, and all my friends were like slowly walking, watching the video.
That's all people. We went to a Steel Wars live show, and that's like
Yeah, I
the
remember
biggest
Steel.
topic of the whole thing was how Palpatine is going to come back.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
is
I
he?
bet,
is he?
I
Is it
bet.
him? Is it a?
It was a
ghost?
huge
Is it
moment.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Steele
Yeah.
Saunders, friend of the show. Hopefully we'll Get him.
Steel. Great.
get him
guy.
on here.
Good
Yes.
dude.
Great guy.
Really
Yes,
good dude.
we're trying to. Yeah. Yeah.
Hilarious guy.
Great.
All right.
Well,
Um,
you have been very generous
well-
with your time, so we might
Yes. Thank you guys so much.
be coming down
Thanks
to
for having
the
us.
final.
Been
Well,
great,
you're not
but-
done yet.
Oh,
You're not done. You're not
No,
done
you
yet.
have
One thing,
something
right? Are we done? Are we doing this now?
Yeah.
Yeah. They
doing it
fly
now.
now.
One more thing.
They fly now.
They
Okay.
fly?
They're
now?
flying now, and I hit share. All right.
So
So,
you explain it,
Alright.
Dylan.
all right. Well, everyone that we have on the show gets to leave their mark
Okay.
in the All New Nerds.
Well,
because
yeah,
we
Dylan, go ahead.
have. Oh, I was going ahead. We have a tier list here. And so this tier list started as me, Levi, and Johnny's combined opinions, which vary. So it was pretty messy to begin with. But each guest we have on gets to move one thing, up or down, left or right, wherever. So each of you gets an opinion, basically, to change.
Dan and I may be on the same page with this one.
You each get to move one. If we gotta stay
Dan,
consistent.
Look at the
Yeah,
second to last.
you guys can
Look at the
each
second
move
to
one.
last.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
I
that's
am-
insane.
Yeah.
That is
Who moved it down there? Was that
I've-
was that BNE? Was that
I think it was. Yeah.
yeah.
Was,
I don't agree with
Rogue
that
One,
at
yeah.
all. Rogue One is a spectacular.
Yeah, let's see.
film.
What was the list? So we had Star Wars only moved.
You can
Clone
move
Wars
it. You can
movies
move it, Dan.
moved the Clone Wars movie to awful. Yeah, when we had our list, everything was above.
Do you
fine.
have them all memorized? I don't.
Star Wars only moved
Yeah.
it to awful. That to awful. Star Wars Santa moved.
The Clone
Rogue
Wars
One
movie, yeah.
Rogue One defined. Then
Mhm.
after that, the Hollow Knight Marauders. It was just there's three of them. They moved all the sequels to S.
Sequels up.
Then Justin is Lost moved the Rise of Skywalker to fine. And then BNE, I think, moved Rogue One to D.
Being
So now it is up to you guys
unsatisfactory. Yeah.
to leave your mark on the list.
What will you
So
guys?
we can only,
I would say
we can only
Rogue
do one
needs-
thing.
You each get to move.
You guys
both
can
of you.
each do one.
You each
Yeah.
get to do one.
What are you doing, Chris? You move whatever.
Dan, you know
First.
me. You know
Yeah.
me. I don't
know
play
you.
favorites. I love it all. I move everything up to love.
That's
So
that's
would
what
I.
my list looks like.
I like that. I like that.
Rogue
I like
One
that.
being an unsatisfactory is a fucking crime. So
I agree.
that needs to go up to love because that movie's incredible.
Where you want it.
We're in
Oh
love, though.
man, and I can't move that up any higher. That sucks.
It doesn't matter where there. It's,
I know.
it's
Oh,
just.
it's the
Oh,
top.
is that a ranking as well? the
Yes,
top?
it is.
Yeah,
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 it is.
yeah.
It is.
Oh,
a
that's
list.
it's. I can't. Like, it's
Yes.
It's breaking
yeah.
his heart right
It's
now.
just
that
at love. It is
Yes.
at love, and that's
It's hard
Put it
for
at the
Chris
top.
to choose.
Put it at the top, Dylan.
Yeah.
You want it at the top of love?
Put it at the top.
Put it
The
at the
top
front.
top.
All
I
right.
mean, he's
Tippy.
All right, if I'm gonna, all right, Return of the Jedi should be
Okay.
top, and then Rogue One.
Oh, and I'm gonna take. I'm gonna move.
you can only do one, so just put it at the top.
Yeah. I'll just
I'm
put
gonna
it there.
move. Attack
Only
of
got
the-
one. I know. I know. It's
Oh, I
tempting.
know that's coming. I know that's.
I'm
coming.
gonna move Attack of
What do you got,
the
Dan?
Clones there. Episode 2 needs to go up to
Woo.
great. I'll put it up to great. Okay.
Where you want it.
Now, before or after Solo?
The first.
Yeah. What are we thinking?
No,
The
rated,
first-
first.
first.
of
Listen,
great.
First
Okay.
grade. Listen, nobody gives that movie the credit that it
It's
needs. And it is
cool.
the most
underrated,
pivotal.
yeah.
It is the most important film of the whole
Underrated
saga.
as hell. I agree.
The whole saga. It's the
It
most
is.
important
Makes
film of the
sense.
whole saga.
Obi-Wan.
Everything
yeah.
happens in that movie.
Oh my.
Hey,
That's not Attack of
buddy.
Clones though.
Anakin's fall to the dark side, the war, everything that
War of the
changes
Clones, the
face
clone
of-
attack.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, the
thing that
clones,
shapes
everything
our
happens in
favorite
that.
show, and yeah,
Everything, yeah, exactly.
Attack of the
It
Clones
is-
rules,
big
man.
your
It is the
Padme, Anakin? Oh, yeah.
fulcrum.
pocketbook is.
yeah. It
Love
definitely
Dex. You
has
love
its
Dex
low
here.
moments, but
Yeah, I love that. I
Obi-Wan.
love Dex.
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah, he's the Dex is the best.
Yes.
He
Something
is
to-
the best.
That's where I'm moving episode 2. I won't throw it all the way
So-
up there with love, even though it's my love. But
Solid
as
picks.
part of the whole
like 'em.
great.
yeah,
part of
I,
the whole
I
story,
like
it's
both
great.
those moves. I
We
like
talk
both
about it all
those.
the time, but can we talk about how there's a kid named Liam in that movie? One of the younglings is just named Liam.
Liam.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just the
Liam.
most normal
Liam,
name in Star
Turn
Wars.
off the lights.
My name's Liam.
If it's not in the archives, then it does not exist. Joe Costa
Joe Costa
coming
knew.
in here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Oh.
mean, you're right.
She's
Attack
so
of the Clones.
badass in the Vader
In the comic,
comic.
yes.
Yeah.
So I've
Attack of the
heard. So
Clones.
I've heard.
Attack of the Clones deserves.
That's what I'm reading next after Rise of Kylo Ren. Is that
The
comic,
freaking,
so.
you know, the detective.
I'm behind, boys. I'm behind.
I call it the detective
By
Obi-Wan
years.
stuff. I love it. That whole
Well,
plot.
Yeah, Detective Obi-Wan, dude. Come on.
Good
Camino?
moves, good moves.
Come on.
Geonosis.
Good move. I agree with
Good-
both those moves.
Good
Yeah.
calls.
Good calls.
Yeah.
Well, you want to spin that wacky
All right, we
wheel?
can close
Let's
it out.
spin the wacky
Or yeah,
wheel.
spin the.
Who's it gonna
Option
be?
over
Who's it
here.
gonna be? This is my favorite part.
Outro.
No.
Ending.
Is your favorite part of the show?
Oh.
It's gonna be okay. Wake up.
Okay.
Wake up, Sleeping Beauty. Come on.
And
Come
confetti.
on.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching the All New Nerds podcast. I believe it is number 22. We
I
were
think
so.
so.
honored to have Chris and Dan from Broaxium on. Make sure to go check them out. All their stuff will be in the bio below, and check it. They make awesome stuff. Especially, I gotta go check them out more because I gotta catch up on these comics. So it's been a blast having you guys on. Any final words?
Just thanks for having us on, and yeah, check us out and get to those comics, man. You're really missing out.
Yeah.
You're gonna love them.
What he
Go,
said.
man.
All right. Well, we will catch you in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.
Solid.
Awesome.
Very cool.